Good day, everyone. Good day, sir. So now I'm going to present to you a PowerPoint about marketing. So Unit 1 Introduction. Evolution of Market. The traditional objective of marketing had been to make the goods available at places where they are needed. These ideas later on changed by shifting the emphasis from exchange to satisfaction of human wants, which is known as modern marketing. The following are the stages of evolution. First, the barter system. At this stage, human beings were in nomadic hunter stage. Number 2, the new stone stage. This stage is known as agrarian period. In this stage, human beings develop a sense of belongingness and develop family units. Number 3, the pre-industrial period. At this stage, producers began to produce the products in larger quantities, employ the services of laborers in their factories. Number 4, the industrial period. In this stage, home production was replaced by factory system and hand operations were replaced by machines. So, meaning and definition of market. The term market is derived from a Latin word called marketus, which means trade, merchandise, traffic, or place of business. In ordinary language, the term market refers to a certain place where buyers and sellers personally meet each other and make their purchases and sales. According to Carnot, market is meant not any particular place in which things are bought and sold, but the whole of any region in which the buyers and sellers are in such free intercourse with one another that the price of the same goods tends to equality easily and quickly. According to Chapman, the term market refers not to a place but to a commodity or commodities and buyers and sellers who are in direct competition with one another. According to W. J. Stanton and others, any person or group with whom an individual or organization has an existing or potential relationship can be considered as market. Meaning and definition of marketing. Marketing is referred to a process of creating or directing an organization to be successful in selling a product or service that people not only desire but are willing to buy. The traditional meaning of marketing is clearly borne out by the definition given by Ralph S. Alexander and others. Marketing is the performance of business activities that direct the flow of goods and services from the producer to consumer or user. The modern concept of marketing was defined by E.F.L. Breach as marketing is the process of determining consumer demand for a product or service, motivating its sales and distributing it into ultimate consumption to a profit. So, marketing arena. First, seeking. The purpose of seeking is to discover the customer and customer needs. The marketing opportunity is revealed through an analysis of the environment. Second is matching. Marketing is a matching process. And the third one is programming. The marketing program, called the marketing mix, covering product, price, promotion, and distribution strategies, will be formulated and implemented to accomplish the twin objectives of customer satisfaction and profitability. So, here are the objectives of marketing. So, these are the most significant objectives of marketing. So, creation of demand. The objective of marketing is to create demand through various means. A conscious attempt is made to find out the preferences and tastes of the consumers. Second is customer satisfaction. The marketing manager must study the demands of customers before offering them any goods or services. Selling the goods or services is not that important as the satisfaction of the customer's needs. Third is market share. Every business aims at increasing its market share. Example, the ratio of its sales to the total sales in the economy. Fourth is generation of profits. Sufficient profits must be earned as a result of sale of one's satisfying products. Fifth is creation of goodwill and public image. The marketing department provides quality products to customers at reasonable prices and thus creates its impact on the customers. Sixth is apply effective and intelligent modern marketing policies. Changing growth rate, rapid technological change, and new aggressive rivals all made every marketing firm to adopt and respond to change for survival and prosperity. So, the importance of marketing towards society. So first is helpful in raising and maintaining the standard living of the community marketing. Second, it creates employment. And third, it is helpful in development of an economy. So the importance of marketing towards company helps in transfer, exchange, and movement of good, and it helps source of income and revenue, and then it is the source of new ideas. So these are the approaches of marketing. Commodity approach. Under this approach, the study focuses on the flow of a certain commodity and its journey from the original producer right up to the final customer, and it includes condition of supply, nature, and extent of demand, the distribution channels used, etc. Agricultural products like well, jute, cotton represent the commodity approach. Second approach is the institutional approach. Under this approach, the interest of marketer centers around the marketing agencies. Example, transport and service agencies, wholesalers, retailers, banks, transport undertakings, insurance companies, etc., who participate in discharging their marketing responsibilities during the movement of distribution of goods. And the next approach is functional approach. So under in this approach, marketer concentrates his attention on the specialized functions or activities like buying, selling, storage, risk bearing, transport, finance, and etc. And the next approach is managerial. This approach is also known as decision-making approach. So the focus of this approach is on the decision-making process. So next approach is societal. This approach focuses on the social contributions and costs created by various marketing activities and institutions. So next is the system approach. The approach recognizes the interrelations and interconnections among the components of a marketing system in which products, services, money, equipments, and information flow from marketers to consumers. So we have here the marketing concept philosophy orientation. So according to Professor Robert F. Hartley, so marketing concept philosophy orientation is an integration of marketing activities directed towards customer satisfaction. So this marketing philosophy undergone a thorough and gradual change since the Industrial Revolution. So this gradual change can be traced under four periods. So the four periods are the production orientation philosophy. So this is the first one. So this production oriented marketing concept was built on good wine needs no push. And the second one is sales orientation philosophy. The essence of this philosophy is goods are not bought but sold. So the third one is the customer orientation philosophy. So this philosophy study and understand the needs, wants, desires, and values of potential consumers and produce the goods in the light of these findings so that the consumer specifications are met totally. So next is the social orientation philosophy. This philosophy cares not only consumer satisfaction but for consumer welfare or social welfare. So these are the differences between selling and marketing. So for selling, number one, selling is mere the exchange of goods for money between the seller and the buyer, and the marketing is more comprehensive term. It includes not only selling but also all other activities which help the movement of goods from the center of production to the center of consumption. So number two is selling comes at the end of the manufacturing cycle. And for the marketing too, marketing comes at the beginning of the manufacturing cycle. So for the selling three, number three, selling is concerned with the creation of mere possession or ownership utility. And for the marketing, it is concerned with creation of place, time, and possession utility. So for the number four, selling focuses on the product, while the marketing focuses on the customers. So for the number five, selling is product oriented, and for the marketing, it is consumer oriented. So for the number six, it emphasizes on the needs of sellers, while the marketing, it emphasizes on the needs of buyers. So difference between the traditional and modern marketing. So for the number one, traditional marketing, it is concerned with the performance of activities necessary to secure the distribution and sale of goods which the producer has. And for the modern marketing, it is concerned with the performance of activities necessary to secure the distribution and sale of goods as are needed by the consumer. So for the number two, for the traditional marketing, it focuses on sellers' needs as it is sales-oriented marketing, while in the modern marketing, it focuses on consumers' needs as it is consumer-oriented marketing. So for the number three, the selling efforts of a concern are company-oriented, while the modern marketing, it is concerned in the market-oriented. So for the number four, it aims at profit through increased sales volume. Example, more sales. For the modern, it aims at profit through increased sales to the satisfaction of the consumers and profit to the sellers. So 5, it aims at short-term objectives. So example, short-term profits. So for the modern marketing, it aims a long-term objective. So example is the long-term profits. So for the number 6, in traditional marketing, it can be successful only in a country where there is a seller's market, while in the modern marketing, it can be successful only in a country where there is a buyer's market. So these are the functions of exchange. So number one is buying. So buying is one of the functions of exchange that refers to all such activities in the assembling of goods under a single ownership and control. So under the buying is planning. So the buyers must plan in order to determine their needs. Next is the contractual. So this involves finding out the sources of supply, keeping in touch with them to get the goods quickly, reasonably, sufficiently, and regularly. So the third one is assembling. This is one of the most this is one of the important functions where goods produced at different places must be assembled in order to serve promptly the needs of manufacturers, wholesalers, retailers, and consumers. So number two functions of exchange is selling. So selling is the sum total of all those activities that push the commodities to the buyers at a profitable price. So this includes so under the selling is product planning. Product planning refers to planning or forecasting of consumer wants and desires in terms of price, quality, quantity, time, etc. to meet the requirements of consumers as demanded by them. So, next is the contractual. In this function, the seller finding out and locating the consumers and establishing and maintaining relation with them. So, next is the demand creation. So, this includes all efforts of sellers to induce buyers to purchase their products. Next is negotiation. So, negotiations as in terms of quality, quantity, price of the product, time, and mode of transport, payments, etc. are to be made with the prospective buyers. So we have functions of physical supply. So first one is the transportation. So this refers to the physical movements of goods from places of production to places of consumption. So next is the storage. Storage refers to the holding and preserving of goods between the time of their production and the time of their sale. So we have facilitating functions. So first one is the financing. The service of providing the credit and money needed to meet the financial requirements is the various agencies engaged in the various marketing activities. So next is the risk bearing. So marketing involves a number of risks. The risk may be loss of goods due to fire, flood, cyclone, earthquake, theft, and etc. So next is market information. The function of marketing information refers to the collection, analysis, and interpretation and communication of marketing information to the concerned people for efficient marketing. Next is standardization. It is a measure of designation for quantity. So pricing is the process of determining the value of a product or service in terms of money before it is offered to the market for sale. Next is the branding. So branding is the process of identifying the name of a producer with his product by affixing to the product the trade name represented by words or design. So next is the packaging. So, packaging is the use of containers and wrapping materials, plus decoration and labeling to protect the product, to help and promote its sales, and to make it convenient for the customers to use the product. Number eight is the salesmanship. So, it is the process of understanding, appreciating, and influencing customers to buy a commodity or service for mutual benefit. So, number nine is the advertising. So, advertising means informing the public about the existence of a particular product or service, stimulating their desire for the product or service, and inducing them to buy the same. So we have here the marketing environment. So marketing does not exist in vacuum. So it exists in a world of concrete places and things, natural resources, important abstractions, and living persons. It has to interact and transact with its environment. So the term marketing environment refers to the forces and factors that affect the organization ability to build and maintain good relationship with its customers. In other words, marketing environment refers to all those internal and external factors which impact the performance of a product or firm for its decision making. So we have here the internal and external environment. So for the internal environment, so it is composed of the elements within the organization, including current employees, management, and especially corporate culture, which defines employee behavior. So for the external environment, it is composed of all the outside factors or influences that impact the operation of business. So the business must act or react to keep up the flow of operations. So marketing environment. So we have internal environment. So under the internal environment, we have ethical force, human resource, financial resource, production resource, research and development. So under the external environment, we have micro and macro. So for the micro, under the micro is the competitor, customer, supplier, intermediaries, public, workers, and unions. So for the macro, we have demographic, economic, cultural, political, and legal, technological, natural. So for the microenvironment, it is called as a task and operating environment where it studies the small part or individual unit of the business, while the macro environment, also known as general remote environment, it studies the larger part of the business in general. So marketing segmentation. Market segmentation is the strategy of divide and conquer. Example, dividing the market in order to conquer them. So it is refers to the division of total market into a sub-market is called as market segmentation. According to Philip Kotler, market segmentation refers to the process of classifying customers into groups with different needs, characteristics, age, sex, or behavior, etc. According to W.J. Stanton, market segmentation consists of taking the total heterogeneous market for a product and dividing it into several submarkets or segments, each of which tends to be homogeneous in all significant aspects. So strategies options from of market segmentation. So first one is concentrated marketing. A firm may decide to concentrate all available resources on one chosen segment within the total market. So the next is the differentiated marketing. So an organization under differentiated marketing strategy enters many marketing segments but has a unique marketing mix appropriate for each segment. So the third one is the undifferentiated marketing. So marketing firm does not prefer to segment the market but just makes an attempt to design the product and marketing program. Basis for effective market segmentation. So market segmentation being the key input in firm's marketing planning process. Managers are expected to examine a variety of segmentation criterion so as to identify those that will be most effective in defining their markets. So, requisites or criteria for sound effective market segmentation. So, we have here six criteria. First is the identity, second is the accessibility, and then the responsiveness, the size, the nature of demand, and the measurability. So the marketing mix means blending or combining the four elements of marketing: the product, the price, promotion, and placed into a marketing plan by a business firm to influence the desired buyer's response by satisfying their needs and wants in the most effective and economical manner. So the unit 2, which is the product. So product is described as the heart of marketing. It is the most important element of the marketing mix. In fact, the product is the starting point of all marketing activities. So according to W. Anderson, a product is a bundle of utilities consisting of various product features and accompanying services. According to C.P. Stephenson, a product is everything that purchaser gets in exchange for money. By analyzing the above definitions, we can define the product as A. Anything that can be offered to a market for attention, acquisition, use, or consumption that might satisfy a want or need. So, essential features or characteristics of products. So, we have tangible attributes. So, a product should have the characteristics of tangibility. So, example, it may be touched, seen, and its physical presence may felt. So, intangible attributes, a product may be intangible in the form of service like repairing, banking, or insurance services. So, we have here the associated attributes. So, product may have certain peripheral attributes to facilitate its identification and acceptance by buyers, such as brand, package, warranty, credit facility, and after sales services, etc. So, product symbolism: a product is accepted from varied angles from different customers. So, for example, a customer's choice of an Indian made product over a foreign make symbolizes patriotism. So next is the product life cycle. So every product would have its own life cycle. The product cycle has 5 stages: the introduction, growth, maturity, and decline. So exchange value. So all products should have an exchange value and should be capable of being exchanged between buyer and seller for a mutually agreed or acceptable consideration. So for the consumer satisfaction, products should have the ability to satisfy consumers. So, business need satisfaction. So, the basic business need obviously is to earn profit on the product sold. It may be to meet a societal need also. So, we have here a classification of products. So, first one is the consumer goods. So, this refers to the goods designed for use by the ultimate consumers or household in such form that they can be used without commercial processing. So, consumer goods can be further divided into convenience goods, shopping goods, specialty goods, and unsought goods. So, next classification of products is the industrial goods. So, these are used by buyers as inputs in producing other products. So, for example, machine tools, trucks, etc. So, it is divided into raw material, capital goods, fabricated material, suppliers, and services. So product mix, also known as product assortment, is defined as the set of all product lines and items that a particular seller offers for sale to buyers. So in other words, the total number of product lines that a company offers to its customers is called product mix. So the number of products within the product line is called as the product items. So product line is a group of related products under a single brand sold by the same company. So according to William J. Stanton, product line is defined as a broad group of products intended for essentially similar uses and possessing reasonably similar physical characteristics constitute a product line. So, new product development or NPD. So, first is product planning. So, it is the process of determining in advance that line of products which can secure maximum net returns from the markets targeted. So, next is the new product development. So, according to PDMA, example product development and management association, New product development means improve the effectiveness of people engaged in developing and managing new products, both manufactured goods and new services. So these are the stages or process steps of new product development. So generation of new product ideas, then screening of new ideas, and then concept development and testing, and then business analysis, and then product development program, test marketing, and commercialization. So we have here the PLC or the product life cycle. So PLC is a phase of 5 cycle which helps the marketer to make a pre-plan before making entry of new product into the market. The PLC provides the market characterized by more sales and barred market characterized by low sales. So in short, it deals with increasing sales volume and risk and sales revenue. So causes for failure of new products. So generally, it is witnessed that many products entering into the market may not reach the target of sales and profits. So introduction of new substitutes, technological innovations, consumers who are selective in their choice of products, etc., reduce the span of life products. So these are the general causes for the failure. So first one is the lack of product uniqueness, and then poor planning, poor timing, misguided enthusiasm, high cost of production, and then production problem. So we have your branding. So it is the process of identifying the name of a producer with his product by affixing to the product or its container the trade name or brand represented by words or designs. So brand includes the brand name. So brand name is part of the brand which can be vocalized. It is consists of words, letters, or numbers. For example, 555 Maruti. And then for the brand mark, so it is part of a brand which can recognize by is, but it's not utterable, such as symbol design or distinctive coloring or lettering. For example, SBI ski. So we have features of branding. So simple and easy to pronounce, easy to recognize and remember, new and attractive, legally safe, should reflect the nature of product, and suggestive. So we have the classification of brands. We have manufacturer's brand, distributor's brand, individual brand, family brand, national brand, and regional brand. So for the packaging, we have here package is a wrapper or container in which a product is enclosed, encased, or sealed according to Philip Cutler. So packaging is the activity of designing and producing the container or wrapper for a product. So we have kinds strategies of packaging. So family packaging, reuse packaging, multiple packaging, and ecological packaging. So now we're going to talk about the pricing. So meaning and definition of pricing. So it is one of the 4 elements of the marketing mix along with product, place, and promotion. So pricing strategy is important for companies who wish to achieve success by defining the price point where they can maximize sales and profits. So price may be defined as the value of product attributes expressed in monetary terms which a consumer pays. So for the pricing, it is a process of determining the value of a product or a service in terms of money before it is offered to the market for sale. So we have the objectives of pricing, so achieving a target ROI, control cash flow, price stability, achieving market share, prevention from competition, and win confidence of customers. So the importance of pricing in the economy, so price of a product or services affects wages, cost, interest, and profit. So price of any products affects the price paid for the factors of production such as labor, land, capital, and entrepreneurship. So the importance of pricing in the business firm, the price of any product becomes the major determinant of its market demand. So importance of pricing to customers, so price is important in selecting goods according to the need and financial capacity of consumers. So we have the methods of pricing. So for the cost oriented method, so cost plus pricing, markup pricing, break even, target return, early cash recovery. So for the market oriented, we have perceived value, going rate, competitors pricing, premium, pricing, discount pricing, sealed bid pricing, differentiated pricing, and then customer segment, time pricing, area, product from pricing. So we have cost-oriented method. It provides the base for a possible price range. Some firms may consider cost-oriented methods to fix the price. So for the market-oriented, so it is known as a competition-based strategy. Market-oriented pricing companies similar products being offered on the market. So pricing policies, methods, strategy type. So this in which the same price is offered to every customer who purchases the product under the same conditions. So in other words, it is a policy by which a company determines the wholesale and retail prices for its products or services. So we have here the factors influencing pricing policy. So cost. So cost of a product play a vital role in pricing policy. So by understanding the cost, marketers can judge profitability in advance. So we have the objectives. So pricing objectives of the company will also play a crucial role in pricing policy. So price is based on the objectives set by the company. So demand, so it is usually depicted by demand curves. So for the competition, so determination of price is influenced by present and potential competition. So distribution channels, so each one of them has to be compensated for the services rendered. And for the government, so government interference such as control of prices, levying of taxes, etc. will also influence pricing policy of an organization. So next is the economic conditions. So prevailing in the country influences price fixation. And for the ethical consideration, so sometimes company may sell certain products not for making profits but as a public welfare measure. So for the types of buyers, so price fixation is largely dependent on the types of consumers. So different buyers may have different motives and values. So product differentiation is one of the marketing strategies to reach many customers. So we have here the channels of distribution. So channel of distribution is a pathway or course or route through which the product delivered or spread out. So according to American Marketing Association defines distribution channel as structure of intra-company organization, units and extra company agents and dealers, wholesale and retail, through which a commodity, product or service is marketed. So according to Philip Cutler, distribution channel is the set of firm and individuals that take title or assist in transferring title to the particular good or service as it moves from the producer to the consumer. So we have the marketing channel functions. So we have here the research, promotion, contact, matching, negotiation, physical distribution, financing, and risk taking. So we have here the classification of distribution, zero level channel. So it is also known as direct channel. So one level channel. So it contains only one selling intermediary in the form of retailer. So two level channel. So contains two intermediaries in the form of wholesalers and retailers, through whom the manufacturer channelizes products to consumers. So for the three level channel, it contains the three intermediaries. The jobber is the new entry here. So we have the classification of distribution of channels. So for the consumer channels, so manufacturers may reach out to consumers either directly, so example without using distribution channels, so or by using one or more distribution channel members. So we have here under are the manufacturer to consumer, and then manufacturer to retailer to consumer, and then manufacturer to wholesaler to retailer to consumer, and then manufacturer to agent to wholesaler to retailer to consumers. So for the industrial channels, so these are usually shorter than consumer channels. So it includes manufacturer to industrial customer, manufacturer to agent to industrial consumer, so manufacturer to distributor to industrial customer, and then manufacturer to agent to distributor to industrial customers. So for the service channels, um, um, distribution channel service for services are usually short, so and are either direct or use an agent. So we have here service provider to consumer or industrial customer, and then service provider via internet to consumer or industrial customer. So factors governing a criteria for selecting a channel distribution. So the first one is the nature of the product. So these factors include physical characteristics of a product and their impact on the selection of a particular channel or distribution. So it includes perishability, size and weight of product, unit value of a product, product lines, and technical nature of a product. So for the nature of the market, the first one is the nature of the product, and the second one is the nature of the market. So we have here the number of prospective buyers, size of the order, geographic concentration of market, and buying habits of customers. So next is the nature of middleman. So we have here cost of distribution, availability of desired middlemen, unsuitable marketing policies for middlemen, and financial soundness. And next is the nature and size of manufacturing units. So it has a great impact on the selection of a distribution channel. So we under of this manufacturing unit is the manufacturer reputation, experience of the undertaking, services provided by the manufacturers. So the next one is the government regulations and policies. So it is also influence the choice of distribution channel. So the government may impose certain restrictions on the wholesale trade of a particular product aid to take over the distribution of certain products. So next is the competition. The nature and extent of competition prevalent in an industry is another detrimental consideration in selecting a distribution channel. So different manufacturers producing similar products may employ the same channels of distribution. So we have here promotion. Meaning and definition of promotion. So um, promotion is the process of marketing communication involving information, persuasion, and influence. So, in other words, promotion is a form of telling and selling. So, it is a way of creating or influencing the sense of existed product through various means like advertising, sales, promotion, and personal selling. Next is promotion mix forms methods of promotion. So we have marketing mix. So the marketing mix consists of personal selling, advertising, sales promotion, publicity, public relation, point of purchase display, direct mail, and other forms of promotion. So the importance or role of promotion. So company promotions play many roles in marketing designed to produce certain desired effects. So the first one is increase brand awareness, then it provide information, and then it increases customer traffic, and then more employment, and effective sales support, and increased speed of product acceptance. So sales promotion is generally defined as those marketing activities that provide extra values or incentives to the sales force, the distributors, or the ultimate consumer and can stimulate immediate sales. So these are the tools of sales promotion. So for the consumer oriented, so under the free samples, coupons, exchange scheme, discounts, premium offers, personality promotions, and installment sales. So for the trade oriented, so we have cash bonuses, stock return, credit terms, dealer conferences, and dealer trophies. So for the advertising, so derived from French word advertir, which means to notify or to inform. So advertising means informing the public of the existence of a particular product or service. So in other words, advertising defined as a non-personal forms of presentation and promotion of ideas, goods, or services by an identified sponsor through paid sponsorship. So, in short, advertising is an attempt to make a particular product or service known to the public and to create demand for the same. So, we have the objectives of advertising. First one is you have to get the attention, and then you have to build sales and profits, switching back, brand switch, building brand awareness, and prompting immediate action. So the merits or arguments in favor of advertising. So expansion of market, increased sales, fights competition, educates the consumers, elimination of middlemen, better quality products, supports salesmanship, more employment opportunities. So the disadvantages, so add to costs, break up your favorite show, an online annoyance, a security risk, confuses buyers, and some advertisement is in bad taste. So for the publicity, so publicity is gaining public visibility or awareness for a product, service, or company name through media. So according to American Marketing Association, publicity is a non-personal stimulation of demand for a product, service, or business unit by planting commercially significant news about it in a published medium or obtaining a favorable presentation of it on radio, television, or stage that is not paid for the sponsor. So we have types of publicity. So the news releases, feature articles, press conference, sponsorship of social events. So for the importance of publicity, so this is to announce new products, to announce new policies, to counter negative rumors, to announce technological breakthrough, and to report performance. So personal selling is where businesses use people to sell the product after meeting face to face with a customer. So according to Herbert and Casson, personal selling is the art of understanding, appreciating, and influencing other people for mutual benefits. So in other words, it is a process of persuading and assisting a prospective customer to buy a commodity or service. So importance of personal selling. So number one is selling complex products, and then focus on prospective customers, and then channel of communication, social relations, and it provides feedback. It complements advertising. So public relations. So according to British Institute of Public Relations, so public relations practice is the planned and sustained efforts to establish and maintain goodwill and mutual understanding between an organization and its publics. So, in other words, it is planned and purposeful activity undertaken by an organization to develop better mutual relationship with its public. So, we have here recent trends in marketing. So, the social media marketing is a form of internet marketing that utilizes social networking websites as a marketing tool. So, in other words, so SMM refers to techniques that target social networks and applicants to spread brand awareness or promote particular products. So, the goal of SMM is to produce content that users will share with their social network to help a company increase brand exposure and broaden customer reach. So the SMM includes the following. So we have Facebook, Orkut, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So for the e-shopping, online shopping, so e-shopping terminology is used by international business machine. So e-shopping is the conduct of business on the internet or extranet, not only buying and selling but also serving customers and collaborating with business partners. So the act of purchasing products or services over the internet is called online shopping. So for example, OLX.in and Amazon. So it is the process of buying goods and services from merchants over the internet. So it includes varieties of products to sell like books, clothing, household appliances, electronic goods, etc. So it includes the following: the OLX.com, the QUIKR, the Amazon, and for the e-commerce or e-business, so it is a marketplace where business is using internet technologies to improve and transform so their internal business processes, their business relationships,
the buying and selling of goods, services, and information. So, in other words, it is a process of buying and selling of products and services across a telecommunications network is called a business. So we have here categories or types of e-business or e-commerce. So we have first one is business to business, and then business to consumer, business to government, consumer to consumer, government to government, and business to employee. So the M business or the mobile business means using a mobile phone or any other mobile device to make business practice easier, more efficient, or more profitable. So we have here the tools of M business. So we have the Bluetooth, the third generation network, the wireless enabled personal digital assistants or PDAs, the laptops, the SMS, the MMS, and the Wi-Fi. So the hypermarket or meaning only. So it is a superstore combining a supermarket and department store. So in other words, vast self-service warehouse cum retail outlet that combines the features of supermarket, department store, discount store, and specialty store in one location. So it is also known as hypermarket. So we have here customer relation marketing. So it is a business process in which client relationships, customer loyalty, and brand value are built through marketing strategies and activities. So in other words, the development of an ongoing connection between a company and its customers. So the event management or event planning. So it is the application of project management to the creation and development of large scale events such as festivals, conferences, ceremonies, formal parties, concerts, or conventions. So in other words, it is a process of using business management and organizational skills to plan and execute social and business events. So that is all, and thank you for listening.